Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Scroogey and today I would like to show an Age of Empires 3 replay. The civilizations played are in the northwest, French by LordRaphael, and in the southeast, IamSoldieR, he is playing the German civilization. And this is a matchup I enjoy quite a lot, the French versus Germans. I played a lot on the French side because, as you know, every new player gets advised to start with the French, which is a very good idea in my opinion. But at some point you will encounter a German opponent, and this matchup is very tough in my opinion for France. Because basically, on trading post maps, which are most of the maps, you want to make some units in colonial and then age a fortress, and the problem is as France, German does the same thing, but just better than you, and the reason for that is they have the free Ulan shipments, and also Ulans are a very strong unit. So if you're not careful, you just get DPS down in 5 seconds, and your entire fortress army is gone, and you lose the game. So actually why I wanted to show this game is because LordRaphael, he wrote on ESOC a guide about this matchup, French versus Germans, where he explains a build that he feels is very effective against the standard German playstyle, and he actually implements this build here incredibly well, so I wanted to showcase that. Let's talk a bit about the crate start. As you could see, it was a 200 wood start, which I think is very good, because you can get a TP right away, but as you can see, his opponent also got the TP right away, and especially on Siberia, there are a lot of small wood treasures, and that allows you to get the house up even faster. So you don't have to chop as much wood, which saves on your age up time, and maybe if you get a very good treasure early on, you can even go for a 13 bill age up, which is very strong. Unfortunately, as you can see, LordRaphael overgathered a little bit of wood. That's like 25 woods. If you translate and do the math with the villager seconds, that's like 35 to 40 food. And what you will actually see, this will matter in his age up time. Had he not overgathered these 24 wood, he would have been able to age 3 or 4 seconds sooner, which does not sound like a lot, but it matters. All these small things compound. So let's look at the treasures everybody got so far. Both players found a small wood treasure, and as you can actually see, look, IamSoldieR is working on this monkey family, killing all the samurais. And from that he gets, I believe, 5 small macaque monkeys, which are very good to scout, to gather treasures, and also to deny scouting for your opponent, because they have a multiplier against opponent's explorers. So far, pretty standard stuff. Actually, as we have been talking about LordRaphael, let's talk a bit more about him. As you probably have seen, the brackets for the new World Championship are up, and LordRaphael is participating, which I'm very happy about, because in the era of 2015 to 2017, he, H2O and Blackstar, they were pretty much the top 3 players, and nobody else was even close. So at least having one of these 3 guys in the new World Championship competing is a good thing in my opinion. And you saw LordRaphael aged up a little bit late because he was lacking like 40 food to click up once his villager was finished, and the 80 food was slightly too late. Even though he tried to micro it really fast, it was still a little bit too late. So, and yeah, we were talking about the new World Championship. LordRaphael is competing in there. And up until 2017, he was one of the top 3 players. In recent times, older pros like Goon, Snow, Maito and Kaiserklein have gotten better and improved their game a lot. So I'm interested how he and how LordRaphael and them will match up. And also we have seen some new faces like Tabin, Hazafia for 3-2-1 join the scene and also become very, very good players. And actually why this video is happening is because I would like to cast matches for the new World Championship, and this is my how do I say that, this is my application, if you so will, as a caster for the new World Championship. And as you can see here, LordRaphael Explorer getting dunked by all those monkeys. They do quite a bit of damage. Oh, I thought they do. did extra damage against explorers as well, but it's only against guardians. So actually this explorer not that much in trouble as you might think, getting chased by some crazy monkeys over there. In the transition to colonial, pretty standard stuff. Get your market up, research hunting dogs, place your mines, and gather the wood for steel traps. And once your colonial age hits, you send 4 villagers if you want to do a semi-FF, or 700 wood first if you want to get more military production buildings up early on. But you can see LordRaphael going with a 4 CDB shipment. And as soon as he has 200 wood, you will see him place down a barracks, because this is his signature build in this matchup, the Musketeer Semi-FF, which is a very fine build. It allows you to train muskets, which deal very well with the German Ulan and also the German Ulan raids, and they also possess quite a bit of siege to contest the trading posts that the German player likes to build. Especially since IamSoldieR, as you can see, got 2 trading posts, which is especially good for Germans because they have a slowed shipment rate. So the more you can boost the slowed rate up, the better it is for you. And I would argue that with 2 trading posts, each player would receive their shipments at pretty much the exact same times. So what happened here? He got a shipment. I think IamSoldieR only built... No, these are from a shipment. And he hasn't sent... Oh wow. Ah yeah, he has sent the 3 settler wings already. And you can see his shipment from the tower to reduce the walking time from this coin mine. If they spawn out from this coin, they can start to gather right away, as opposed to having to walk the distance between the TC and the coin mine. Very intelligent, very intelligently done. Let's look over at LordRaphael. You can see the 5 first muskets are already out. 700 wood is on the floor. That will produce a few more houses, the stable that he needs, and I think either a second trading post, or in this case, in this game, LordRaphael decides to get the amalgamation upgrade, which boosts your villager coin gather rate by 20%. So it's pretty significant, even though it's quite expensive. Also, a feature of the French is they have the natives code, and LordRaphael excellently positions it here in the middle, so you can see any Ulan raids incoming. Right now he hasn't spotted anything yet, so he feels safe to move out with these 10 muskets to kill the trading post. He knows it's there, even though he doesn't see it, because IamSoldieR has built 2 trading posts. And this is also a safe play, because these muskets will be popping in 10 seconds, so if any units come in, they will be able to deflect that. Let's look over at IamSoldieR. And this is where I think Soldier makes a little bit of a mistake. His macro is off, as you can see. His next shipment will be 700 coin, as he has already sent the settler wagons and the wood shipment. And this is to boost his age up time, so you only need to gather 300 coin to be able to click up to the fortress age. But as you can see, Soldier having already got like 800-900 coin, even if he makes some Ulan, he will not he will have overgathered on coin, and that slows down his age up. You can see he has only 300 food, and he would like to have much more than that if he wants to age up in the timely fashion. On the other hand, you can see LordRaphael doing a better job with this macro, and eventually you will see that LordRaphael is gonna age 10 to 15 seconds sooner because of that superior macro. At the same time, using the 5 musket base to deflect raids, and the other 10 are going to kill the trading post, which slows down the shipment spam for Germany in the fortress age, which is very important because those German shipments are extremely strong. So, being almost up to the fortress age, I expect the click up to happen at any point, and he will also have a shipment ready. These musketeers, not sure where they are going. The scout excellently knowing where the calf is, trying to put him into position to catch the calf, but maybe with all these pets he would actually lose that fight. And you can see as soon as he clicked up, he's building more musketeers, and actually we will see some pretty insane macro from LordRaphael, which allows him to get out a ton of units and make a very good timing push on IamSoldieR. But we will have to wait and see for that a bit. currently the Musk going back, the Cav running room. I would like to see Soldier use his Cav more. Like split off 3 or 4 Uhlans and send them to different locations, maybe 2 groups of 2 Uhlans, and just harass the French opponent. You know that he has gone Musks, even though you see a seal, but until now you only have seen Musks. So he will not be able to pressure you, especially on this map, because it's very, very big. So more raiding action would have probably benefited Soldier. As you can see, LordRaphael, Soldier just hitting up. LordRaphael already up since quite a while, like 15-20 seconds, judging on the build times. He sends 5 Dragoons, builds 5 Dragoons, this is his priority, and then some skirms also. And with that, he will create a strong timing push. The second shipment in Fortress will be the 2 Falconet shipment, which makes a very strong combo. And also you can see very good macro, getting 5 skirms, 5 goons, and the next shipment. And this is what LordRaphael is banking on, creating this timing push and punish the German opponent, or at least trade evenly with the German opponent. Because I think once you survive the first 4 or 5 German shipments in the Fortress Age, you are fine. Your egos are probably pretty even, and your unit composition is well enough to deal with the German stuff. The only problem is those early big Ulan shipments, like 9 Ulans, 8 Ulans, 8 skirms plus 3 Ulans. That's very strong. Also, I really like to see, you can see LordRaphael getting a unit upgrade for his units, 10% for all infantry, I believe, which is very good. Continuing to treasure in H2 and 3 is very important, especially when there are big treasures that you only can take once you have somewhat of an army amassed. Also, these goons very nicely killing off the monkeys to deny any scouting for Raphael. Now the Falconets are in, and this signals go time. Let's see what Soldier is doing. Actually, he sent 1000 wood and is going to build a town center over here, which 1000 wood is a very, very strong shipment. It does save you a lot of villager seconds, but it's also kind of slow. If it would have been a military shipment, Soldier would have much more of an army right now. So it's important for Raphael to identify this and punish this greedy play from Soldier. And as you can see, he's doing exactly that. I'm not sure if he scouted that, or if he just knows from his game knowledge, since Soldier isn't pressuring him, he's going for a more greedy build. But anyways, a very good decision to push at this point. And you can see the Falconets already getting very good volleys off on the skirms, and now he continues to push. He's reinforcing with Dragoons, which I like, because these cannons require protection from the German Ulan mass, and the best unit that is able to do that is the Dragoons. Also, since this map is very big, the Dragoons will be able to travel the fastest towards his army. So if you would make musketeers or skirmishers, they would need pretty much twice the time Dragoons need to travel this distance. So this only bolsters the damage his timing push can do. Now he identifies Soldier build a TC and that he needs to punish this. Hold on, the sound is very loud in my ear. Hopefully everybody can hear this. Now microing the cannons forward. In between shots you have time to move pretty much any unit, also with the cannons, and that's very important because they are very immobile. So moving them whenever you can is very good. And actually killing this CC is good. You can see Soldier doesn't want to lose his CC and decides to go in. Oh, maybe not. Because he doesn't have enough units right now. Okay, now come the Minutemen. This is go time. One Falconet is down already, got sniped by the Town Center and the Minutemen. So this signals go time for Soldier. The Ulans coming in. All of them must go into melee. I don't like that. Maybe the 10 must in the front row should have gone to melee, the rest to shooting, because you can see quite some of them are just running around, bumbling around and not doing a lot of damage. So far this fight is going okay. A lot of Musk in melee, that's also a problem for the skirmishers, which are snared and can't run away. And in the end, you can see LordRaphael barely managing to clean up this fight. But I think he would have liked to do more damage, especially he would have liked to kill the TC. You can see he dealt 4,500 siege damage, which could have been maybe 1 or 2 barracks, which would have damaged the German player a lot more, since obviously this TC, even at 1 HP, is still functioning quite well. And now LordRaphael is forced to go back. This army does not pose enough siege potential to threaten the TC or the barracks. Also, as you can see right at that point, very good decision to pull back there. 12 skirmishers, the 7 skirmisher shipments and 5 made from the Vex pop. So would he have stayed any longer, his dragoons would have sustained a lot more damage. Now let's look here. A big will swing. The resources have drawn up in the French base, so he has to go to other locations. Very nicely by Soldier, you can see this little monkey scouting this. So he should know now that France is gathering over here. And I would like to see him move his army over here to pressure this point. From the building units perspective, you can see LordRaphael is macroing or not macroing, but he decides to build cuirassiers now, which is a very good idea. In mid-colonial, you have the economy to build a lot of cuirassiers, and also they are an extremely good unit, especially against Germany, which are quite weak to cavalry, because the German units, they don't like to deal that much with beefy, tanky cavalry units, and also the anti-cav units are quite bad. The Warwagon is a very clumsy unit, which is why you don't see Germany make them a lot. So this switch is gonna help him a lot. Also very nicely you can see the dragoons scouting the coin mines. Germany is a very coin heavy civ, so you want to check the coin mines to identify the locations where you can pressure him with his army. And that's actually extremely important. If you don't do that, you don't know where to attack. And LordRaphael doing that, you can see IamSoldieR not doing that at all. He identified where Germany was gathering, but he's doing pretty much nothing. He's sitting here with his skirms and his units. He could even, if he doesn't want to commit his whole army to this position, he could like split up 4 or 5 units and cause a lot of trouble for the French player here, because there is not any protection for these villagers except this army. Okay, right now the army is positioned in a way so that it's tough for Soldier to get to this location, which is good unit positioning by LordRaphael. And also now he has identified where the German is gathering coin. It was not on this mine, not on this mine, not on this mine, but on this mine, and there's even an outpost. And you can see he pulls back wisely because his army isn't in position yet, but he gathers now gathers all of his troops. 5 more cuirassiers joining the fray for a total of 13, and he will pressure now this location. If he can break this location and kill 10 villagers, then he has won. You can see the scores are also already pretty even, and it's quite late into Fortress already, so the German power spike starts to fall off a bit. Now you can see Soldier saw those cuirassiers earlier and should have moved his army over here already. This is too late. You couldn't see it by watching the replay earlier, and his army was standing like 15 to 20 seconds here after he saw the cuirassiers here and move back. He should have anticipated that Raphael was gonna come back to this location to pressure his villagers. And on the other hand, a big Yulin raid coming in, calling Minutemen, I like that. Even forces the units to take damage, and if they stay to kill the Minutemen, they will also be delayed from this fight, which is incredibly important. And actually, Soldier is gonna lose like 10 villager population in this fight, which is very important. And as you can see, since the Yulins were never here, this army is not enough to contest the French presence here. Wisely now, getting his Yulins in position here to raid here, which makes for a very strong counter raid. Actually, not that many bills dying, I'm not sure why. They're on the corner and Soldier doesn't know about that. But I think now he realizes that there are a lot of villagers. But on the other hand, these Yulins are raiding and not defending the base, so these cuirassiers are getting a very good surround on the skirmishers. Even more cuirassiers in perfect position. in perfect position to snipe these skirmishers. And you can see here, the problem is Germany just doesn't have enough anti-cav. Sometimes just a unit mass of 40 units is enough anti-cav for a German player, but if half of your units are raiding off somewhere else in the map, you do not have enough of an anti-cav presence. And you can see here now the entire army getting cleaned up, which is very problematic. Also the CC never got repaired, so that's gonna be easy picnic for the cuirassiers. Even though this French army doesn't have a lot of siege, it is enough to pressure the German guy. All the French villagers coming back. You can see he lost quite a number of vills, like I think 12 or 14, which is quite a lot. And IamSoldieR actually ahead in villager population. He has, I believe, 3 settler wagons left. Yes, so he is at like 45 vills, which is quite a lot compared to LordRaphael. But it doesn't matter. Soldier does not have any army. The last Uhlans nicely getting picked up by the dragoons, and everything is just gonna get sieged down. Soldier will never be able to mass up enough of an army to break this mess that the French guy has a mess. He realizes that and has to resign the game. So that concludes the game. I hope everybody enjoyed, and since this is my first time casting an Age of Empires 3 game, if you have any suggestions or things you would like to comment, feel free to do that in the comment section. Thank you, goodbye.